Hello everyone, my name is Justin and welcome back to the New York Islanders GM Mode series. Real quick, I want to address something, the fact that this series is kind of taking a dip in views lately. So if you can please share this video, or if you know someone who might enjoy it, please tell them about it so we can keep this series going strong. Anyway, so we're here. We started off rocky. At one point we were 7-9, but we turned it on. We're 37, 24-1. Not quite where I'd like to be, but we're here at the trade deadline, and it appears we're going to try to get a second line center. Now, based on the fact that we have a sniper and a playmaker, maybe a two-way forward in our top six wouldn't be the worst thing. Preferably what I'd like to do, but we don't have much trading assets. It'd be nice if we can move Lee down and then use Hodgson as our trade guy and get a second line center. But if we have to throw Lee in there, then we will, and we'll just try to figure out something for this third line because Cody Hodgson just hasn't been doing it. 16 points, 62 games, that's not good enough. So yeah, and I don't know if we're going to go for someone who's maybe on someone's trading block or try to find a team with maybe too much centers or something and get someone who could be there for a few years, but let's go to negotiations. I haven't pre-scouted, maybe I should have. But here we go on the skaters giving away. Let's see if there's anyone who fits the bill first off. I'm looking 85, 86 overall. Patrick Sharp isn't, well, Patrick Sharp can play center, but 2 years left. I don't want to take that. Zetterberg, but I don't want to, that's too much. No. So we got Plekanec. He could fit the bill for 1 year, but the thing is, do I want a 1 year guy or do I want to try to get someone who could be there forever? But I gotta try to make it somewhat realistic in the fact that I'm not just gonna rip a team off. Paul Stastny. He's only 32, so he could be there for a few years. We can re-sign him. 40 and 63, but he's got 4-star. That's kind of scary. Backus. We can get Backus or some brute force up the middle. Nice low trade value. Thing I'm thinking here is, say we get a rental player. Obviously we have Barzell, probably could play second line center next year, but maybe not. So I'd like to get someone for 2 years. So I think Paul Stastny could fill that bill, but he's a high trade value. Plus the 4 stars. What does Backus have star-wise? 4. What about Sedin? Besides the fact he might retire. 4-star. I think we're going to get Paul Stastny, maybe, if we can. It's a lot of trade value. Even if he drops to 86 and we re-sign him for 1 year. But the problem is, like I said, I don't want to give up. We don't even have a first round pick. That's the problem. Gators matching the block. I want to keep Barzell. I'm keeping Foot. Now there's Bracco. We could probably throw Bracco in there. Or put Quinn Bolden. He could be. Matt Finn we don't really need. But I'd rather throw this guy in there. I want Bracco. Yeah, this guy ain't gonna turn into much, I don't think. We can do these 3 guys for Paul Stastny. That's 3 good prospects. I don't want to hear him ripping off. He was on the block. He's older. St. Louis, I mean, they need to retool a little bit. So, there we go. So the way this is going to work is I'm going to move that down. I should have threw Hodgson in there. He can be our scratch guy. And then Odell can be just a loser, kind of. So power play. I'll put Stastny on the second line power play. Put Nelson there. Stastny 4-man power play. Yeah. Penalty kill. 4-on-4 lines. Put him right here. So we got Paul Stastny. Hopefully he has playoff experience. Not very good playoff experience. Not good luck, but let's see. 40 points in 63 games. Let's see how he does for our team. Hopefully you can turn it on. I'm over the roster size. How am I over the roster size? Okay, Odell's going down. The 2 defensemen I have scratched. I do want to mention that I am going on vacation. When this is up, I'm not on vacation, but I am going to record the 2 episodes of this for when I'm on vacation today. So I can just get them scheduled and everything. I want to try to have videos all week while I'm gone. And hopefully these 3 episodes don't do bad and the series can continue when I get back. So let's look at some Ryan Reeves for Kevin Klein. We got Stastny, not a big trade deadline, but so let's simulate to the end of the year and hopefully get some wins. There's a win. See, look at that. 1-0 with Stastny. 2-0. Okay. This might have been a trade that pays off. A lot of people might want me to put Stastny on the first line with Panarin and Tavares, but you know, I kind of like to balance out the lines a little bit. Plus, Strome has good chemistry with them. They've been doing good all year. I don't see the need for that. He can man the second line. Get a win, another win. We are on a tear. 3, 4, 5. 5-0-1, 6-0-1. We're 7-0-1 since acquiring Paul Stastny. That is really good, actually. That's surprising, but that's really good. Tavares looking like he's going to hit 40 goals. Having a bounce back year. I mean, he didn't have anyone to play with last year, but okay, there's a 7-0-2. Looks like the Panarin signing was a smart one, smart play. Halak's having a good year. Boychuk's still getting penalty minutes. What a surprise. So now, I mean, this team is looking pretty good. The one thing I'd like to do for next year is see if we can get a top 2 defenseman. Rather than, I'm not going to just trade a bunch of stuff for one unless they're on someone's block or they hit free agency. But I would like to get a top 2 defenseman. Also, goalie's going to be a question for next year. I don't know if Halak is going to be the answer for next year. And I don't think Tremblay is going to be ready to start. So we'll have to figure out something there. Take a peek at our AHL squad. Okay, not doing too good. Barzell 29 goals. Yeah, that's good. Tremblay 22 wins. Okay, division game. We can beat Carolina. Looks like we're getting to 50 wins. Maybe stats needs our good luck charm. We found our good luck charm. Three games, and it's the end of the season. We'll do a little overview of the league, and then round 1 will be next episode, and hopefully round 2 would be after that. 7-0. What a way to embarrass our division opponents 2 games before the end of the season. That's showing them that if we face them in the playoffs, we ain't taking it easy. I believe that's the last game of the season. So let's see how we do with stats. 1, 2, 3, 3 and 2, 4 and 2, 5 and 2, 6 and 2, 6 and 3, 6 and 4, 7 and 4, 8 and 4, 8, 4 and 1, 11, 4 and 1, 13, 4 and 2, 14, 15, 4 and 2. We went on a tear. I knew that trade would pay off. We gave up a few prospects, but we still have some in the pool. Still got, Bracco, Barzell, Foot. So AHL squad has turned it on. Getting on a little win streak there, 5-game win streak. Maybe they can make the playoffs. Hosang's finally doing something. Maybe he'll make the team one day. Who knows? GM tracker. Our best season yet. We've just gone up ever since I took over. Finally, offense kicked it on. Defense not as good as last year, but our offense made up for that. Let's look at some team standings. Edmonton finally having a good year. San Jose and LA. Chicago, obviously another good year. Nashville and Minnesota. And then Dallas and Anaheim take the wild card spots. Okay, so the Atlantic wasn't a very good division, but Buffalo, Tampa Bay, and Toronto. Pittsburgh tore it up, but we got second, and then Philadelphia, wild cards, Washington, and Carolina. So we're gonna have a lot of opponents in our division in the playoffs. Look at that, 6 teams in our thing got 90 points. I feel bad for Columbus; they deserve to be a playoff team, but oh well. Goals: Stamkos wins the Richard, but Tavares is number 5. Assists: Panarin's not on there. Points: Tavares number 7. That's it for us. Cannon Tays had a good year. Sagan and Ben, obviously. Wins: Pekka Rinne. Halak's number 2. Drew McIntyre, 33 wins for Chicago. What in the world? I don't believe that. We gotta check that out. Team standings. Number 4 in the league. Goals found, number 4. Goals allowed, 11. Power play percentage, number 2, right behind Dallas. That's expected. They have a good power play. Penalty kill, best in the league. We have some good penalty killers that we might not be able to re-sign this year, but oh well. Player stats. Forwards. 92 for Tavares. Bounce back year. I knew getting Panarin would help him out. 43 goals, probably a career high in goals, but we have to re-sign him, and that's scary. because money isn't exactly our friend. Panarin, 83. I know we're paying him a lot, but we signed him to be a first liner, and that's what he did. 30 goals. And then Strome, 64. He kind of slowed down a little bit, but pretty good numbers. Del Cole, this is what I mean. When he was 81 overall, he wasn't going to get 61 points and be a contender for Rookie of the Year. And I'm hoping he wins it. We'll take a look at all the rookies in a minute, but 61 points. 52 for Lee, so he turned it on actually on the third line, so I guess that was helpful. Prince, 51. Stastny, 48. Okay. So 20 games, he only had 8 points, but we did get some wins, so it helped in his leadership, at least helped. So maybe we won't sign him for next year, but we pay a lot for him, so maybe we should. I don't know. 8 points in 20 games. Brock Nelson, 39. Killorn, 37. That's not as good as I'd like, but Kazikis, 28. Clutterbug, 23. Martin, 19. Look at these. Our three. Okay, 2 Clutterbuck and Morton are -2. That's not good. Defensemen. First is Letty with 49. Then's the guy who's going to screw us over because he's 34 years old and has 5 years left with $6 million a year. And Hamonic, Pulak, Mayfield, all these guys. And goalies, Cal Gibson. Not exactly good stats, but good record. And then Halak. So let's check out rookie skaters in the NHL. I'm hoping Del Cole can win this, or else I held him back maybe for no reason. Yeah, it's looking like Del Cole's going to win. He has more goals than Goldman. Awesome. Now let's look at goalies for Chicago. I want to see how Drew McIntyre. Did Crawford get injured or something? Because a 77 went 33, 11, and 4 in the NHL. Last year he went 33 and 11 in the AHL, but this year in the NHL, that is unbelievable. Maybe they should start him instead. I think that's all I have to go over. We went over the stats. Let's see our first line opponents. Our first round opponents, which I'm going to make sure records this time. So Philadelphia, that was expected. I knew that already. The team we just beat 7-0. They're angry, but 2 teams looking for a Stanley Cup here. Not the first, but a Stanley Cup, I'm saying. So I'm not going to take a look at their lines, but I'll show you their lines in case you want to comment. You notice something cool, I don't know. There's that, and that. And I want to thank everyone for watching. Let's spread the series so we can keep getting views, and I'll see you in the next episode.